While Franklin Delano Roosevelt did defeat Herbert Hoover by a landslide in the 1932 presidential election, his term would only begin on March 4th, 1933. This meant that, for the last 4 months of his presidency, Hoover's administration was effectively a lame duck, and all the progress that had been made on the World War I debts could be undone. European diplomats weren't the only ones who wanted to know what the new administration planned to do about the inter-Allied debts. With the deadline for Britain and France to hand over $95.5 million and $19.3 million, respectively, coming up fast, and given both countries bombshell messages, not only asking for a postponement of their payments, but a review of the entire debt situation, Hoover telegrammed Roosevelt asking to meet him to discuss the foreign debts. To be clear, this was not normal. Joint meetings between the outgoing and incoming presidents were practically unheard of at the time. Roosevelt and his advisors immediately sensed what Hoover was after: getting Roosevelt to commit to a debt settlement that the Republicans had been negotiating out of sight of the voters. Roosevelt was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He couldn't rebuff Hoover completely, but he also didn't want to sign on to Hoover's solution, only to be hitched with the blame come the deadline when Europe failed to pay. So, Roosevelt accepted Hoover's invitation for a wholly informal and personal meeting on November 22nd, 1932. This episode is part of a larger series breaking down Super Imperialism, the Economic Strategy of American Empire, by economist and professor Michael Hudson. Super imperialism really has it all: how military spending drove the US into deficit, how recycling dollars funds American empire. I highly recommend checking it out. And for what happened in that critical meeting between Hoover and Roosevelt, stay tuned.